I remember the first time I went as a attendee. I was there I planned on a couple days. I was there for 2 days. I called my wife on the third day. I'm like, I gotta stay another day. I've only seen half this place, and that's just the way it is. But what are you excited about for the National this year, and what are you doing to get ready for it?
Yeah, for me, I'm a first timer, so I'm going in with open mind, open eyes, and ready to see all that I've heard about it. In order to prep, I've been watching some of the YouTube videos from Fanatic Fest, a week ago or 2 weeks ago in New York, and just seeing that momentum carry from Fanatic Fest now to the National. I think it's going to be electric.
Hey, what's up? This is Dan McCabe, and I'm here with Erik Sjolie. You are listening to the Collectors Club AI podcast, YouTube video, whatever your medium of choice is. Anyways, today is a big day, Erik, because it's prep. Tomorrow, I am leaving for the National. I believe you are coming out the next day. This is like the biggest time of the year for the hobby. I know people were at Fanatics Fest, and there's been a lot of big shows lately, but the National is still the National. And I've been to it before. I remember the first time I went as a attendee. I was there I planned on a couple days. I was there for 2 days. I called my wife on the third day. I'm like, I gotta stay another day. I've only seen half this place, and that's just the way it is. But what are you excited about for the National this year, and what are you doing to get ready for it?
Yeah, for me, I'm a first timer, so I'm going in with open mind, open eyes, and ready to see all that I've heard about it. In order to prep, I've been watching some of the YouTube videos from Fanatic Fest, a week ago or 2 weeks ago in New York, and just seeing that momentum carry from Fanatic Fest now to the National. I think it's going to be electric. I think it's going to have, they're talking about record attendance. I'm excited to see some of the biggest cards probably out there and things I didn't even know existed. So just a lot of momentum in the hobby right now, and I think it's all going to be a perfect storm, perfect timing in Chicago. So I can't wait. Yeah, I fly out early Wednesday morning from the West Coast, but I plan on being there every day and just can't wait to take it all in. With that, I am putting some cards together. I will be bringing a nice stack of cards to either trade, sell, just hold on to and walk through to add extra weight in my bag when I walk through the floor. But also I plan on just, trying to create as much content as I can. So if you see, these are not reading glasses, even though I probably need some. I've been getting used to these meta glasses, and my plan is to really document kind of a first timer's experience as best I can that we can, utilize and store, and it should be pretty fun. So yeah, so for my preparation, it's basically that. What sporting jerseys do I want to bring to wear on each day, and what cards I want to bring.
T-shirts for you.
Yeah, no, I know you do. And I think the Norway Holland jersey will be making its way out to Chicago. So now you've seen me turn into a soccer person, so that's good.
That's good. It's about time. So, because we talked about jerseys, this is weird for a podcast, but I'm gonna show you something. I need to step 5 feet away from my desk.
Yeah, I was getting a little uncomfortable. I don't know where this is going here. I want to show you something, and then you disappear off screen. This is a wild card.
I got a soccer jersey.
Oh, that is awesome.
So, for those of you just listening to it, we had Collectors Club soccer jerseys printed. And
how many of those did you get made?
I don't even know. Probably 20.
Hopefully you got one in my size.
I'll have to check, but I thought it'd be kind of fun because my kids are such soccer fanatics, and I'm bringing 2 of my kids out there with me, so I was like, yeah, and actually the place that prints all of our apparel and everything, the guy also owns the soccer club that my daughter plays at. So it was just kind of an easy segue. I was in there one day and I was looking around at all their stuff, and I'm like, I kind of want those. Can I get those with the Collectors Club logo on them?
That's nice.
And apparently,
that's nice. So yeah.
Apparently they'll do whatever for money, so they just printed my logo on soccer jerseys.
You can print on anything. Right. No, and I'm really, really excited to share Collectors Club AI with the people at the National. I'm excited to show all the things we've been working on. I know, Dan, you and the development team and everyone's been working overtime, and the amount of updates and additions over, let's say, the last 21 days has been pretty epic. I go in there and play around on it often. Every day it's like, whoa, what's this? Oh, here's something new. For something that we're rolling out now, it's something that I think is going to open a lot of people's eyes and get a lot of people excited. So I can't wait to see the reception that and feedback we're going to get from demoing this and showing this at the show.
It's pretty incredible what's happening right now with that in that space. So I mean, obviously I'm pretty intimate with it at this point. We're in it all day, every single day. I've actually been utilizing this opportunity going to the national and the opportunity that we're going to have to sell some cards at some tables. And I'm not really going out there to sell cards personally. I mean, I love buying cards far more than I like selling cards.
I'm much
But
better
I've
at
got
buying than selling. Let's put it that way, since I don't ever sell anything.
Right, exactly. So it's the collector first mentality. But I've got my 9-year old set up, and him and I put together a collectors club account for him, and he's going to be setting up a couple cases, kind of wherever he can. We might have an opportunity to put one or two out at the national with a friend, but otherwise the other opportunity it could be at another show down the street. But the whole idea is that I just wanted him prepping, and I wanted to go through the motions of what do we do to prep for a show. And you and I did Dallas card show a couple months ago together, and we kind of did that. We're not dealers by trade necessarily. I'm a software guy, you're a business guy. We've both just been around the hobby for a long time. So we're kind of bringing our own business perspectives, our entrepreneur perspectives into this. But we went through that entire process, and there's a few things that drove me nuts about Dallas and just how we had to, the work that we had to do to get ready, pricing everything, putting stickers on everything, and then tracking things as they sold. And I'm watching other dealers do this, and I'm looking at dealers that had way more cards than we had in our 3 little cases. You know, some dealers got 2, 3, 4 tables, and they're having to price all of that, and their tracking system is a yellow notepad, and a lot of it, frankly, it's too easy in this modern technology world we live in to clean this kind of stuff up. So something we created in Collectors Club AI and I used for Cam's collection, which I'm just kind of using, as a sample here to do all this, was called Show Prep. And effectively what it is, you got your entire collection in the application, and you select which cards you want to bring with, and it opens up a separate window where you put the price that you want to put on each one of your stickers. And once you do all of that, it's also got little research tabs there. You can research sold listings on eBay and everything if you need to research a price more. So after you get all your prices finalized, you click OK, create sheet, and it will create a label sheet for you as well, where it'll get you all the stickers, plus it's going to get a QR code, which will be a separate sticker that you put on the back of the card. So a couple things happen, and this is what I think is unique and could be cool for dealers, is that you're going to have all your pricing on the front, but as you sell a card, you scan that QR code quick on the back with your phone, or you take a quick picture with it, put in the dollar amount you sold it for, and it immediately takes it out of your collection. It adds a transaction inside of the application. It removes it from anywhere you have it listed online that's tied to Collectors Club. So it kind of does all those things with that one snap of that QR code, which to me seems like a lot easier, cleaner way to do this, because I think one of the biggest risks a lot of dealers have is double selling a card. You sell it at a show or you sell it on your website and you don't delist it from eBay, and then all of a sudden it sells there. You got an issue. So fortunately,
Well, also with this, then it would allow a dealer very quickly to see the stats and basically the profits on the show for that weekend. So they could run a running total of not only the sheet list of what they paid for it, but also what they ended up selling it for. Because I know in Dallas, talking with a lot of dealers, it was very apparent to me that a lot of them didn't have full scope or visibility into that. They had kind of an idea like, oh, I think I'm making about this much on the show, but really not, down to a figure. And us being in business, we know numbers are king, and it's very important to know your numbers. And I think that's just such a key thing, is instantly a dealer is going to be able to see whether they're big or small, to see how they're doing, but also what a professional outlay that's going to be immediately for someone and up their level of their game, where it's going to have all these nice printed sheet prices, stickers on the front, the back, QR codes, scan. I mean, what an experience that's going to be, and a sales process, not only for the dealer, but for the collector that's making the purchase too. They're going to be like, wow, this person has their stuff together here, right? And it's just going to create a much better environment to operate in.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, and we spent a lot of time tinkering with that show prep module anyways here, just because it's been a little bit of a pain setting all of it up, but in my mind, like the little bit of a pain setting it up on my end as, the developer, if we can make this exponentially easier for dealers in the future, where it's just like you can look up a certain set of cards or whatever it is you want to bring, or you can just go through and click like I'm bringing this, and go down and just print off all the stickers and everything that you need, all the labels that you need for everything. And it's got a pick sheet that comes with it so you know exactly which sticker goes on which card, so there is no confusion. The name of the card or the name and the player and everything is on the QR code sticker, so it goes on the back. It's a simple tagging system that I'm surprised hasn't really been utilized by other softwares before. I got a feeling our competition is going to watch this video and then they're going to go try to create something similar, which is the greatest form of flattery if they do that. So we'll deal with that then.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great. We'll be able to show it live in action in our demo setup. So I think, yeah, we're going to open a lot of eyes with people. And like I said, I mean, this is not only for the big dealers out there with big shops and big eBay stores, but this is for the weekend warrior that, collects with their kid, that goes and sets up a table 4 times a year. They could have this capability and just create such a better experience all the way through. And like you said, things that just were an Achilles heel in Dallas, you're just removing that right away very easily. So what using technology to its power is incredible. And we're already seeing it play out here.
And I don't know about you, but I got other friends in the hobby and stuff like that. And the
I have no
national,
friends, Dan.
yeah, right. The national is like the weekend warrior like annual hangout. It is like friends of mine are posting who's going to the national. It's they're bringing their kids with, and it is such a spectacle. There's just so much to do there. Whether you're seeking autographs or you just want to like see the coolest card collections anywhere in existence. And you never know where you're going to see them. Of course, Heritage and Golden and some of them will have their booths with just like amazing multi-million-dollar cards. Last time we were there, my son and I got a picture next to the SGC 952 mantle, which I don't know what that ended up selling for, but it was an 8-figure card, I'm pretty sure. And then there's a guy who had 40 Jordan rookie PSA 10s there, maybe more. It was just like all just sitting there.
I've seen that guy.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
So what's the point? One thing I did see, like in the forums, I saw people posting that too. One, it seems like everyone in the world's going to the Nationals. Two, it seems like a lot of people are bringing their top PC cards, not to sell, not to trade, just to bring them. So is it kind of a show and tell time too, or a flexing time? Is that kind of the idea? Because for me, I'm sitting here thinking, in my insurance background, that's a liability. Why would I want to travel and walk around with, thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, or in some case, millions of dollars of cards without intentions? But it sounds like that's the thing to do at the Nationals. Do you have can you shed any light on that for me?
That was not what we were there for last time. I could certainly see people doing that. And if you just think about Dallas, you remember that one guy we met? He was walking around with arguably the most gorgeous Babe Ruth autograph that I've ever seen. And he just had it in a book, and he would talk to people, and if people seemed like they were cool and like they might appreciate what he had, then he's pulling it out of this leather binder and showing it to people. And it was on a letter that Babe Ruth had written to somebody, I believe. But the signature was just so crisp and so perfect and gorgeous, and like he figured it was somewhere around $100,000 piece. And like we were talking to him, like, are you going to go over to Heritage? Because Heritage had a booth there. Are you going to talk to them? He's like, I don't want to sell it. And I'm like, he's just walking around with it. Like, if I had a $100,000 bill, I'm certainly not walking down the street with it in my pocket.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. But I'm excited to see cards. And another note that I saw that was actually I saw kind of posted everywhere today. And again, I don't have anything to go off of, so I don't know how much it's going to affect. But it looks like some of the main hotels are cracking down on trading in the lobby and loitering in the lobby. So they're putting signs up, no trading, no loitering, which I guess used to be big trade areas that people knew to like go in the lobby of this X hotel.
That's just what card people do. So
no, I know, but it sounds like they'll sign flat. I saw a picture of one that said you can get removed from the hotel if you stay there.
Yeah, I mean, I believe
so it'll be interesting.
I mean, when we were down in Dallas on that trade night, I mean, you couldn't even walk in the hallway. So like, I got to imagine there's some liability sitting around there if you're a hotel manager. And it's not like all those people are in the bar buying cocktails. I'm sure they do pretty well on those nights selling drinks, but at the same time, they're dealing with a lot of people just utilizing their little bit of real estate inside the lobby. Cards out all over the floor. I mean, there was a guy who just had $100,000 worth of cards sitting on a little bench next to him. He's just sitting there waiting for people to walk up.
Then you happen to be the poor family that just decided to travel to Chicago unbeknownst that there's this card show. So you're trying to shuffle your way through the lobby to get to your room or to dinner, and you have to, play hopscotch with a bunch of cards laying all over the ground and slabs and, you know,
Yeah. Oh,
boxes
you
and
have
all
no
sorts of
clue
stuff.
what's going on there.
Yeah,
So,
so it'll be interesting.
well, since it's your first time, I mean, I know you're staying pretty close, right? Like within a 15-minute Uber ride or so.
Yep.
I know you'll be there early every single day. I drive there because it's 5.5 hours from where I live in Minnesota. So we'll be driving there. We'll be driving to the National each day. For anybody that is driving there and you want to park, I guess if I'm going to give somebody a tip, like you got to get there early. There is no showing up after it starts and thinking or expecting you're going to get a somewhat reasonable parking space. If you are showing up like you plan to be there about an hour before the doors open, we never had an issue the last time around, but we made sure to get there early. And you
This
can
isn't
park
supposed to
right.
be a record-breaking turnout, though. Fanatics was like double last year that they had, and they expect the Nationals to be similar.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be insane. You're going to want to get there early. I mean, I don't know if it can sell out on a day-to-day basis, but I suppose
It's already
anything's
sold
possible.
out. So I know they were saying that the VIP and the early entrants are all sold out, and people are reselling them for like 4x of what they paid for them on
Yeah,
the
I
open
know.
market right now.
Yeah, I know. I got lucky. I had to buy one after it sold out. So, but they sold it to me for face value. So,
Yes, this should be interesting, though. I mean, you figure, like I was talking about the perfect storm. We had Fanatics 2 weeks ago. You have a market and an industry that I think I saw stats is up like 36% since January 1 across the board on average. So card prices across the board about 36% or 39% right in there. Fanatics World Cup just finished. LeBron's news just going to Philly. You had Top Chrome Baseball just get released last week. A lot of energy right now. A lot of
uh,
energy, and it's all
Pri-
come crashing into Chicago. So this should be pretty sweet.
I think Prism basketball's coming out this week, isn't it? I think I saw there's three different Prism releases
Okay.
this week. I could be wrong on that. I'm not necessarily the release guy, but I just happened to see a post somewhere.
Yeah, not
So,
sure about that, but it's yeah, a lot of good things happening, and yeah, it'll. I just can't wait. I'm packing a bunch of my red Jordan ones. Pay homage to Chicago. Yeah, it
there you
should be
go.
good to go.
You gonna go down take a picture with the Jordan statue outside the United Center?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the layout of where we are in the layout of the city. I've been to Chicago a number of times, but not the convention center.
Sure.
And much like you were speaking, is I'm not renting a car. I'm going to Uber everywhere just to make things easy for me. So again, I'll be kind of at the mercy of distance and time and all of that. I just won't have the flexibility of having a car. So yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. I think I'm going to get in there like a kid in a candy store and just be engulfed in all things national. And it'll be one of those things from like the Hangover movie where I come walking out of the casino with light finally hitting my eyes, not knowing where I'm at. And I think that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be really fun. And I already know, I already don't think 5 days is going to be enough. So we should see.
I think you're right. I think that was a good analogy. I was actually thinking about that at the beginning of this episode when you were talking about it being your first time there. And I remember my first time there. I mean, I was just so giddy. Like you walk through those doors in the beginning, you're looking around just in awe. It kind of reminded me of when I was 21 and the first time I ever went to Vegas and I got off the plane and I'm just like looking around all the bright lights and could barely contain myself. So yeah, the National is a sight to behold. If you haven't been there, I mean, I like card shows, but there's card shows and then there is this. Anything that you want to see, sports card memorabilia related. I was actually looking today at the autograph signings, just seeing who's going to be there, and there's so many big names in baseball and football primarily, decent amount of basketball, a little bit of hockey. But you know what I was looking for and they don't have? Soccer. So I was kind of curious. I'm like, are there going to be any soccer players there? No
All
soccer
the players
players.
went back to their home countries, man. They're not here anymore. Sorry.
And none of them live in the U.S. So
Barely any, dude. That's what they were saying. They were saying, America's always going to have a tough time competing in the World Cup because, like Yamal, he's what, 19 years old. They said if he was born in the United States, he'd be a wide receiver in college right now. They said with his speed and size, they said he wouldn't have played soccer. They would have put him right into football, and he would have been a wide receiver with that athleticism. So that's just the problem is like the Jamar Chases and all that.
right.
Where in other countries they might have played soccer. They just venture into other sports in the United States, and that's always going to be an obstacle that United States. Hopefully, one day soon, that's not the case, and there's more balance across all the sports because. Yeah, this World Cup was so fun. So it'd be great to see US be much more competitive at it.
Yeah, and I know. Well, I know you and I talked. I mean, we're sports guys first for sure, and we're gonna get an opportunity to go see a soccer game in Chicago, so that should be a good
Yep.
time. So the
Leeds
career,
United, baby.
yeah. So that'll be fun. We're gonna do that, and yeah, excited for the whole thing. Excited to be there. Excited to have the opportunity to be able to be on the operating side just a little bit while we're there. So many things that we're going to be able to do. So I would say if you're going there, if it's your first time, if you're driving, make sure you get there early to get a parking spot. Probably pack some snacks if you can or something. Food options aren't always necessarily the greatest. They do have concession stands in there, but it can be a little bit tricky. There are plenty of restaurants at hotels around there and things like that, but they fill up pretty quick with all the attendees that are there. Every hotel is booked to the max, and there's all the people that are at hotels 20, 30 plus minutes away that are driving in, just flooding that area. So I've never been to other conventions at the Donald Stevens Convention Center, but I can't imagine they do other things that are this big. Maybe they do. I don't know.
You'd be surprised, man. Conventions are a big deal in all industries. So
Right. This is just the one
it's
we
pretty
play in.
crazy. Might be like a tire or a rubber tire convention, and you'll have 200,000 tire salesmen running around like crazy there. So you never know.
Could be. So, all right.
Well, good. We'll
I
wrap it
look
up. We
forward.
got to start packing for Chicago.
Yeah, no kidding. So, all right. Well, if you're out there and if you're seeing this video before then, you've seen our social media channels because that's where you're going to find it. Send us a message. We got people that are going to be with us that check all those messages. If you want to meet up with us, you want to check out the software, we'll be doing demos everywhere we can. We've got our phone apps and we'll be able to show you around and show you what we got going on. Aside from that, if you like the content, please like the channel, save it, hit the bell, do whatever you got to do. Comments, feedback, we appreciate it all. So, all right, Erik.
All right. Yep. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Hopefully we get a chance to connect and get to show you what we've been building. We're really proud of it.
Yeah, and I think afterwards here, when we're all worn out, we'll give you a recap episode. How about that?
Yep. Sounds good. I'll see you in a
All
couple
right.
days, Dan.
All right, sounds good. We'll hopefully see some of you there. Thanks a lot.
Bye.